Hi Sagittarians, and welcome back for another reading. I hope you're liking the posts. If you do, like and subscribe, and don't be afraid to leave a comment. So as we go straight into your reading now, Sagittarians, we're starting with your judgment. Now, your judgment card means rising up from past. So you've got issues from your past you need to rise up against. Don't be afraid to speak what you need to speak or say what you need to say, but rise against your past. You don't have to keep looking back into that. So again, judgment card. Again, don't judge others, but rise above situations. You do have to come through past hurts that you need to rise up against, because you are still wounded from old situations that you're still carrying around. Because although you've worked through such a lot, you still safeguard yours and protect that's close to you through past situations. But you know you will heal your wounds, but you've got to deal with them. You've got to rise above them. You can see that Temperance is there. Now she is about balance. You like things to be on an even keel, but you like things to be balanced the way you like to balance things up. So although you've got foot in the water and on land, it's about filling your cup here. So I see things flowing into you gently and easily. So you just like things not too heavily going, but you just like things to flow nicely. I see the Fool has come for you. Now the Fool is a naught. Now that's packing up your troubles. You're stepping forward, maybe taking a few risks, but don't be getting too near the edge here, because you do have other followers around you, but you know, they'll listen to you. But you've got to know that, you know, be not overconfident. Be careful what you're doing, because naught can begin beginnings, but it can be endings too. So just be careful of just how many risks you do take. But it is the naught bringing you no beginnings, no risk taking there. When things start to move around you, Sagittarians, they'll go very fast, because they're very swift and fast moving, but this is what you like anyway. You can't do with dilly-dallying around. If something's got to be done, you like it done. So things will move very quickly around you, and there will be more opportunities to travel as well. The Hierophant brings you blessings, but you do like to lead your family. You do like to be in charge of all the situations and bringing them together, because the 5 there is about that. It's about leading your flock. And people will listen to you from time to time and your advice, but you do like to note that you've got blessed with this card and you are a good advisor. I see that you have, although giving you advice, you don't sometimes take your own. And you'll bury your head in situations you don't want to face. And sometimes you've got to lift them up and face them. Although I do feel you're strong, and I feel like, but from time to time you bog down a little bit here, and you just get carried away with yourself and your emotions and things you're carrying around, which we need now to just work through one by one. You do tame things around, and you're a good, you've got the strength there of the lion, but she's not a lion that has to have a lot of strength and courage to do anything. She's a lion that actually tames things around her. So although there's a lot of burdens within her, but she can tame others. Now that's latent to Sagittarians, where you can have people falling at your feet that'll listen to you and your advice, but you've got sometimes to take your own there, because the Sorrow card comes at the side. Now that's dealing with emotions, not crying over spilt milk, bridging yourself to the other side. And you know, sometimes you have to turn around and see what is behind us, and again, how far you've actually travelled. So I do want to just point this out, that this won't be relevant for all Sagittarians, but take out of it what you can. Leave the rest behind. But we've got a bit of a Sorrow card there, so sometimes we can feel sorry for ourselves. But lifting your head up and going forward is a good card with that, to say, look, it is time to leave the sorrow behind and move forward. The Will card is your major card right at the back that I've pulled for you. Now, that's a completion. It's a cycle of completion, is the Will. And it's also a card what gives you the advance of being able to pull out your will, what you want. So in a great position, she comes there for you to say, look, It's a completion of one thing, but the beginning of no. We do like to spoil you from time to time, but you can be a bit of emotional, because the Queen of Cups, it also brings emotions with her. So she's kind of, you kind of been a bit emotional at the moment with what's around you. So just bear in mind that it's a time to really enjoy things and give yourself these little bit of a nurturing time, because you do like to be around others and you do like to spoil others and give them what you can. So you kind of complete things that way as well, where family is concerned. I see that the Page of Cups is there. Now, again, the younger ones, it's about education and learning. It's also about going from one stage to another, where you've kind of learnt a lot and you've got a lot of guidance in there. You've got a lot of confidence. You've got a lot of charisma, but you need to show it. So it's like going from this stage one to stage two, right, before you get into stage three. You're moving up the realms, if you like. You're moving up with your ideas. You're moving things forward. But don't be overconfident, because you're going to feel sometimes like you're a fish out of water or out your depth with things that you're doing. But it's completing things again and knowing that you've gone from that little bit of a student to now taking the control. You've been the teacher. So know that you've got an advancement with you, because the Knight of Swords is charging away with you there, charging into things. But again, it's also a warning card, is a Knight of Swords, although the conflict is there, as you can see. If there is a conflict around or one arises, hold back. Don't get drawn in, because if you do, then you'll be involved in the conflict here, and that you always win if you stand back a little bit. So make sure all facts are there before you do have an opinion and go charging in at someone or something. I see that you have got to embark on a new path, but you're kind of trapped at the moment and the arrows are around you, so you're going into your protection. You kind of put yourself in that feeling where I need to break free, but I can't see the path ahead of me. And you won't until you take your blinkers off and decide if it's worth putting your foot out there. So really, really find that you need to feel your pathway before you kind of embark on it. But it's there and it's available to you, but make sure it's one you want to walk down. I see that you've got a few restless nights coming up and a feeling there that you've got a bit of anxiety around you. You've got a little bit of worries, but sometimes you can blow things way out of proportion. So you need to kind of get some rest. Know that it feels like it can be in a nightmare at the moment, but it's very shortly things will have a change. Now you've got the Page of Pentacles. Now the Page of Pentacles brings you news about money, but can see significantly you'll put no money into your hands. So you're down to earth anywhere where money's concerned, but you've worked hard, but news will come about finances. The Lovers is there, so a great card to have. I feel you share and dividing in this card here, but soulmates can be in here, but two lovers, so get in there and any problems where you can ryan out there, flatten that mountain. But it's about fetching everything and completing everything together, so it's a nice card to have there. It's also to do with ideas, again coming up, where you can share the ideas with one of them past that. I see that you've got the card there that means skillful, so you've got very creative skills around you. You're able to hammer out everything, but you're taking stock of everything, including finances, and you're building there, because although things are stacking up, you've got good qualities in you that you can advise and show others, but it is about skills and showing them skills to you. But I do feel it's your finances are actually stacking up there. The sun's coming out for you, so I know you're going to be enjoying a bit of nice times around with family and getting togethers, and I feel that's a lovely time that it's now brightening up for us. So there could be holidays as well on the cards. You do place obstacles up, but as the obstacles are placed up around you, you will stand your ground. You won't give in easily to anything, and you will fight until you've knocked every obstacle down. So you're very firm and you're solid of the choices and decisions that you want to make, but nobody will budge you from your post. I see also that you've got there the Six of Cups. Now, there'll be people you haven't seen for a while, Bobbin. People will come and go. But again, it's nice love and affection card there. So gratitude towards someone as well. So it also feels like to me, I feel like as I'm giving that card, it's about a little bit of news coming from afar, or news of someone you'll get in touch with, you haven't seen for a while. But again, just kind of sharing memories and enjoying a little bit of laughter. But again, it's usually short-lived. The devil comes in for you. Now, the devil also brings you temptation. Don't be tempted into things you know you shouldn't be getting into. So I get a little bit of addiction in that card. So break your addiction whenever possible, so you know you're in control, because the devil is a very tempting card. And the thing is, you don't have to be chained to the devil. You're very loose and connected to him, but very loosely, and you can move away from temptation whenever you choose to do so. So be powerfully in control of anything that's taking down the road you shouldn't be led down as well. So be aware of that. So use your strength with what you've got within you. Sagittarius, you're very strong determination with you there. So don't get dragged into anything that's tempting you that shouldn't be there. So I'll leave that with you. You do have the will card, which is great. It's completion cycles, so there's beginnings of things, and pulling anything you can out you wish for. It's there, but don't get into arguments and situations. No, things are changing. So it's nicely balanced this time. I feel for you Sagittarians. I think you're going good places. Now hold on to that reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like and subscribe. Also, as I said, leave a comment if you feel free to do that, and it will notify you then again when I post my next reading out there for you. And until then, thank you for listening.